The year is 1587. On the distant shore of Roanoke Island, a colony vanishes. 117 men, women and children gone. No trace, no explanation, just silence. The mystery of the lost colony becomes an enduring legend. It haunts the history of the New World. English settlers arrived years earlier. They sought new lives in a new land. But life on Roanoke was harsh. Tensions rose with the native Algonquin tribes. Fear and paranoia festered within the colony. Then the governor's daughter, Eleanor Dare, gave birth. The child, Virginia Dare, was the first English child born in the New World. Hope flickered. But it was a faint flicker in the gathering darkness, because soon after, the governor sailed back to England for supplies. He left the colonists to their fate. He would never see them again. Eliza was different. She saw visions, she spoke in tongues, she was an outcast. A young woman alone in a community clinging to survival. Her strangeness made her a target, a scapegoat for the colony's misfortunes.
The whispers began subtly, unease in hushed tones. Then the accusations flew. Witchcraft. They claimed she consorted with dark forces, that she brought misfortune upon them.
I did no such thing, I swear it.
But her words fell on deaf ears. The trials were swift, brutal. Driven by fear and desperation, Eliza was condemned, sentenced to be left in the forest, a sacrifice to appease whatever evil haunted them. They believed the forest held ancient malevolent powers, powers that whispered in the wind and watched from the shadows, powers they now fed with Eliza's life. Night fell, cold and unforgiving. Eliza was led to the forest's edge, bound and afraid. She looked into the impenetrable darkness. It seemed to reach out, to consume her. The colonists' faces were grim, their eyes filled with a terrifying mix of fear and relief.
Please, no, don't leave me here.
Then a distraction, a sudden commotion from within the village, shouts and screams. In the chaos, Eliza saw her chance. She slipped her bonds and ran. Into the darkness she fled. The forest welcomed her with open arms, or so it seemed. The forest floor was a treacherous labyrinth of roots and shadows. Thorns tore at her clothes, her skin, but she dared not slow down. Behind her, she could hear the colonists' pursuit. Their shouts echoed through the trees, urging her onward. Deeper and deeper she ran, until she collapsed, exhausted and terrified. She lay there expecting the worst. But instead of the colonists, she found herself surrounded by others. Figures emerged from the trees. Their eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. They were the Algonquin, the very people the colonists feared. But these were not warriors. They were healers, mystics. They had seen Eliza's plight, heard her pleas carried on the wind. They took her in, offered her food, water and sanctuary.
We spoke of the forest's power, not evil but ancient and wise. We taught her our ways, our connection to nature, our understanding of the delicate balance between the physical and spiritual worlds.
Eliza learned their language, their rituals, their secrets. She learned how to harness the forest's energy, to heal, to protect, to fight back. Centuries passed. The story of the lost colony faded into legend. The fate of Eliza lost to time. Then, in the late 20th century, a discovery. Deep in the archives of a London museum, a journal surfaced. Its pages, brittle with age, told an incredible story. Eliza's story. The journal detailed her escape, her life with the Algonquin, and a curse she placed upon the land, a curse on those who had wronged her, a curse that would be unleashed when her story was unearthed, when the world was ready to hear her truth.
Scholars and historians dismissed it as a hoax, a clever forgery. But some felt a chill, a sense of unease, as if something ancient and powerful had been disturbed, something that had been dormant for centuries, something that was now awake.
In the years since the journal's discovery, strange things have happened. Unexplained phenomena near the site of the lost colony, whispers in the wind, shadows moving in the night. Some say it's coincidence, others believe it's something more. But the curse, it seemed, was a double-edged sword. It protected the land, guarded its secrets, and in doing so it preserved Eliza's story, her truth. a testament to the power of one woman's spirit.
Perhaps the curse was never meant to last. Perhaps it was meant to draw attention, to force the world to remember, to acknowledge the injustice, to learn from the past. And in remembering, in acknowledging, in learning, the curse could finally be broken. Not with fear and sacrifice, but with understanding and forgiveness.